All right. Good. That should be evening. So please, as many of us that are online already, has joined us already, we can just do well to drop our names on the comment section, and I we are looking forward to our facilitator and our moderator. I believe they'll be joining us very soon. Thank you. All right. You're welcome. Mr. Sunday Paul, you're welcome. Okay. Our moderator, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. And how are we all doing today? How's our weekend going? How's our weekend going?
Very
Mr.
fine.
Sunday Paul, good evening. You are welcome. You are welcome. So let's give 2 or 3 minutes. Please, if we have any of our court member that is not here, please kindly inform them in the WhatsApp group that we'll start there though. And we are not waiting for anybody because nobody wants to miss out on this opportunity. Nobody wants to be left out here. So, good evening, everyone. I remain my humble self, Eniola Fadiji, and I'll be the moderator for today's section. Yes. Speaking of today's section, what are we really here to do? Why are we here? So, I believe in the power of learning because as human, we have to learn every day. I know something for a fact that the day you stop learning, that's the day you die. I will not say physical death, but spiritually, mentally, in all areas you died. The day you stop learning. But because we do not want to be stagnant, everybody wants
Everybody
growth.
wants
And that
growth, and
is
that is
one of the
one
purpose
of the
of God's
purpose of God.
growth. So today we are here to learn on how we can be better in our different units and also as an individual, how we can be better when it comes to things of leadership. But firstly, before you be a leader, you have to be a follower first. Nobody jumps into the position of a leader just in the blink of an eye. They started from somewhere. And I believe this is our own somewhere. We are starting from somewhere to get there, to that place we are going to. So today happens to be a leadership summit for Fish Live Up Initiative core team members. Core team members. Mr. Paul Heriola, you are welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. It's a great privilege to have you in our midst. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. So today's theme, it says becoming the leader the sector needs. Becoming the leader the sector needs. Not just becoming anyhow leader, but becoming a leader that will lead, that will be considerate, that also will stand out amongst the multitude. So in what way can we be able to stand out as a leader? So that is one of the things we are carrying out here, being under the leaders of the leaders. So lead us in the way they've gone through, and also to expose us to what leadership really means. So leadership is not just about leading multitude, but it's the impact you've made from that multitude, the impact, the results. Because I believe in life, people might not want to hear your story of how you struggled, but before they want to hear your story, they want to see the results you bring out. Before they can now sit down, okay, let's hear what he has to say. But if result is not showing forth, even though you are working, people will not believe your story. They will not want to hear you out because you don't have anything to show for it. So that is why impact is very important in man's life. impact is very important. So this evening we have a leader, the leader amongst the leader, not just any leader, but the leader in also in our field, in the industry, in the fisheries sector. And first of all, I want to celebrate my own leader in the person of Oke Ojokwelumi. Thank you very much. It's a great
Thank you.
privilege to share this vision with us, to accompany
Yeah.
us to be part of the team lead. It's a really great privilege. Thank you so much for having us on board. And I'm not speaking for myself alone, because I believe I'm speaking for others, that we will try and put in our possible best, that we carry this mission and vision to there where we want it to be and where we expect it to be. So, and I celebrate every core team members here, the social media team. I celebrate you. You all are amazing. So thank you for the effort you've been putting since this initiative started. And I believe we are not relenting anytime soon, because we've not started. We are still going somewhere far. So let's carry on the energy, the zeal. Everything is going to lead it. So I'm trying to encourage us this evening. Don't relent. Don't be tired, but put in your possible effort. It will surely pay off one day. But when it pays off, people will not be, they might not want to hear your story from the onset, but by the time they start seeing results, they want to come closer to hear what you have to say, how you achieve it. Like that, we are making impact. So once again, our team says becoming the leader in the section, becoming the leader in the becoming the leader the sector needs. And we have our speaker for today in person of Paul Hayomide Ariola, Paul Ayomide Ariola. So I'll be reading his profile. Paul Ayomide Ariola, marine scientist, Erasmus Mundus scholar, founder and executive director of AquaWorld. Paul Ariola is a marine scientist and Erasmus Mundus scholar who is passionately driving ocean literacy and conservation across coastal communities in Nigeria. As a founder and executive director of AquaWorld, he has reached over 10,000 individuals in Ondo State through environmental education, plastic pollution training, and, em- and youth empowerment programs. A recognized young ocean leader with the Sustainable Ocean Alliance and a National Geographic Young Explorer. Paul has also represented Nigeria at the Our Ocean Youth Leadership Summit in Greece, where he represented the Fisher Prep initiative designed to change fisheries resilience to climate changes. So I officially welcome you, Mr. Paul Ayomide Ariola. Thank you for doing this with us. Thank you for this great opportunity, and we don't take it for granted. So without wasting much of our time, I'll give the floor to Mr. Paul. Good evening, sir.
All
Please confirm
right.
if you can hear me.
Loud and clear.
Right.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, I
Yes, sir,
can
we
hear you,
can.
sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you're joining me from. It's my pleasure being here. And thanks to the organization, Fish Lead Up, from the top of the organization to the management team and the audience. It's my pleasure having to speak on this training, especially on the topic becoming the leader the sector needs. It's a very, very interesting topic. And when I got the email, I smiled because that is a very key discussion that is missing in terms of personal development, youth development, and community development. And from the personal, we come to the community, the society before we talk about the nation. and also the international sector. So thank you so much for having me here. And for those who are joining us on other platforms where it is being live streamed, I hope at the end of the session, the approach to which this training will take would have impacted you first, then secondly, improve your thinking faculty, and also spur you towards becoming a leader that your sector needs. Because the audience for today's training, I believe, will be very diverse, right? From fisheries professional to engineers to sustainable development officials, project managers, and other likes. So the training has been designed in such a way that irrespective of your profile or your sector, at the end, you should be able to take actionable steps towards improving your capacity to becoming the leader your sector needs. All right, so our approach today is going to be very different. I believe many of us have taken the what do we call it, course, verbal reasoning in primary school. We do verbal reasoning, and today we are going to go through the approach of verbal reasoning. It's not going to be a session where I would come and do all of the talking. No. There's a special approach the Lagos Business School, takes, which I'm going to adopt, where the instructors will tell you, we are not coming to tell you what you don't know. These are things that you know. We are actually coming to show you in a different dimension that will spur you to action. Because one thing that makes information impactful is the application, right? Like I repeat, what makes information impactful is the application, right? So, and that's why impact transcends beyond knowledge. Knowledge is very, very important, but what you do to the knowledge that you have drives impact. That is what drives impact. And today, like I said, the approach is going to be very different. If you are expecting me to come with a PowerPoint presentation and talk, at the end of the day, you say, please, sir, can we have your slide? I even love this. I love this approach where it is closed house, others are viewing, and whatever it is ongoing at their hand, some say, sir, you please send me the slide and all of that. But there's a new approach to which I have been taking trainings recently, and I would like to take this with a separate approach. So I have Oke and Eniola as my key audience. They would
Yes, sir.
engage me. It's going to be interactive. So they are my co-facilitators. All right, so let's move straight into it. Becoming the leader your sector needs, not the follower, not the partner, the leader. And let me start with the first slide. Can you see my slide? Can you see this picture that I'm projecting?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, I'm coming. Oh, is someone joining with a laptop?
Yes, like myself.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to send it to you so you can present
Okay,
it for me.
I think I'm seeing it. I will add it to the stage. Can you see now?
Yes, please.
All right.
Remember that our discussion says becoming the sector, the leader, becoming the leader your sector needs. So let's start. Eniola and Oke, like I said, you are my co-facilitator. What can you see on the screen? Look at this screen critically.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I could
okay, what can you
see
see?
ladders
Yes.
of different heights. So, but
Yes.
there's and then a particular point that only one ladder is reaching in height. So other ladders will not reach that point. I think
Brilliant. Brilliant. Good. Eniola, what can you see?
unmute
Ah,
yourself.
sorry, Jesus.
Unmute yourself.
Eniola, you are muted.
Oh,
Okay. Yes.
sorry. Okay, I can see series of ladders of different heights, but this particular one that stood out to a point, I think to a point that is needed, not just a general height, but that height that is needed.
Thank you very much. So now that takes us to our next analysis. Now, looking at this ladder, all of these are leaders. All the ladders, they are what? They are leaders. But just only one leader is eating the target. Remember that our topic says it's a training. This is like a workshop, right? Becoming the leader your sector needs. This is a sector, and these are all the leaders in that sector.
Sir, please
Just
can
one.
you see our chats? I don't know because our participants, other club team members are also. Can you see the chats? I don't want to be sure.
Oh, I can't see the chart, unfortunately.
Oh, maybe
Okay, yes, I
Madam
can see the
can you
comment.
see
Yes,
the
yes,
comment?
yes. I can see
Okay,
it. I can see the
yes,
comment.
sir. So that you can also see their comments. Only
Oh,
contribute
great,
through the
great.
chat.
Okay, great, great.
Yes, sir.
Now, I believe I'm addressing everyone.
Yes, sir.
I know many of you would analyze this picture in a different context, but just work with me. Now, look at all of these leaders. All these leaders, all these ladders, they are all leaders in the same sector. But just one leader is eating the target. What do you think is going to happen over time? We are going to work on two questions. What is going to happen when just one leader in a sector is eating the target? You know, it goes by this song by someone that says, lonely at the top, lonely, lonely, lonely. What happens when just one leader is lonely at the top? What happens? What happens when among the management team, among the core team of Fish Lead Up, just one person is the one eating the target? Others are below par. You can look at, in fact, not maybe the highest is average. Yes, and you want to share something with me? What do you think is going to happen to the sector?
One is going to be training physically, mentally, emotionally.
Brilliant.
Time will be consumed. The thing that you're supposed to do together as a team, maybe for a month or two, one person is not carrying the whole body, is going to be very slow. And sooner or
Hmm.
later, the person carrying the body will get tired. You will surely get tired and break down. When you not break down, everybody's going to go back to square zero.
I love the way you are taking it, gradually. I did, and you know why? Because when I got the email says it's to train the leads of Fish Lead Up on how to lead by example through excellence, integrity, and impact. And what you are seeing here negates integrity. Do you know why? Because there is a goal, there's an overall goal for every sector, either at the local level, either at the state level, either at the national level or the international level. And every time you undermine your prowess as a leader, every time you fail to take your position, you fail to act, you fail to achieve excellence, what happens? You leave the one person, you give room for others to become drained. Someone gave a very beautiful comment. Taiwo Samuel said, one hitting the target to be doing a lot of tasks, and it will be difficult for one person. That is what I'm driving at. It is difficult for one person to build what? To build the sector alone. And that is why the sector needs you, every one of you on the call, because you might be asking, why do I need to be a leader in my field? Why do I need to be a leader? Okay, is our lead. Maybe Eniola is also our lead. They can do it alone. I'm telling you right now that is impossible. In every of your role, in every of your position, you need to be a leader. There's a particular adage by Yoruba says, by washing the hands together, it makes what? It makes all fingers clean. When you want to wash your hand, you can see my demonstration. When you want to wash your hand, you want this, will you use one finger to wash one finger? You cannot use one finger, right, to wash that finger. It means that all the fingers, I'm driving somewhere. I don't know if you all are following me. I'm driving somewhere. You cannot use, I don't know the level of, I'm trying to use simple terms. Like I said, it's a verbal reasoning. I want to open up our thinking faculty, right? It is not a session where I will come and I will drop PPT. I won't drop any PPT. But when I'm done, when we are done, you are going away with applicable knowledge on why you have to take leadership serious. So imagine when you are trying to wash your hand, this long finger is saying, no, I don't want to wash. This one is saying, no, I don't want to wash. This one is saying, no, I don't want to wash. Then it's left with these two. And you already ate, this pounded yam. If you are from Nigeria and you are from the Southwest, you just ate a sumptuous pounded yam. You know how muddy your hand will become. Imagine you just ate pounded yam, or Igbo, you ate fufu or eba. That was so delicious to the point where you have to mount it well and eat. When you are done, you want to wash the hand. And this finger is saying, no, I don't want to wash in the process. This finger is saying, no, I don't want to wash in the process. When you are done washing, Eniola, when you are done washing with the hand, the hand will be so clean, yes or no? It should be so clean now. Okay, I think she's having network
The
issue.
other palm,
Not. Definitely, the hand would never be clean. Why? Because all other fingers, they failed to play their own what? To play their own part. If all of these fingers say, no, I don't want to wash the hand, and this one wash the hand, it would never be clean. And that is also applicable to every sector. Every moment you fail to unlock your potential, every point in time you fail to take on leadership position, you are what? You are that finger that refuse to cooperate with the whole sector. You are one of these ladders that is not hitting targets. Are you with us? Are you following? Is everyone following? So now I'm showing you first the repercussion. I'm doing a backdrop approach. There are so many dangers in not becoming a leader than the benefits. Thank you. Someone said if only 3 fingers are washing, it would not look aesthetic and refreshing. Now relate that to an organization. When just one leader or just one person is rising up to be a leader in the organization, the approach will look so shallow. You know, when you are given a task or a role as a content manager and you submit the assignment and your lead look at it like, what is this? Instead of spending 1 hour to review, your leader now spends 3-4 more hours. There is wear out. There's what? Wearing out. There's burn off. So now let's go to my next slide. Not a slide, my next picture that I want us to analyze. So okay, I just brought that in. You can present this for me. Remember,
all right, sir.
we are still analyzing becoming the leader your sector needs. Please, this particular image is not mine. It outrightly belongs to the Lagos Business School, Dr. Akin, to be precise. But I love this picture so much that when I was under his training, I had to take this shot because this is one of the dilemma so many teams are facing. Now, let's look at this picture. Okay, what can you see from this picture? That's Pelumi, sorry. What can you see from this picture?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, what can you see?
I'm just trying to pay attention.
Others in the chat box, please have a look at this picture. What can you see in the chat box? Just drop it for me.
Okay. There's a okay. There's a let's say a diagram like what should I call it? From the top, I could see a head representation with 6,000, maybe in counting or maybe mayor. Then why others below, their own numbers were not up to that. I think the highest here is 1,600. Why the one at the top is having 6,000? I don't know what unit or something.
Yes, you are absolutely right. Now, let us analyze this. The sector has a goal of 6,000, right?
Okay.
And there are 5 staff, 5 members,
Okay.
5 key members. Oh, I love what Eunice just said now. Eunice said the 6,000
Yeah.
is sharing loads to different people. I'll give a context to that. Now, I want to ask a question. The 6,000 is the goal of the organization of Fish Lead Up. And there are 5 members. Remember that we said, going back to the ladder, what is the best approach to achieve the 6,000? If you 6,000 within 5 people, what's the best approach that will make every one of them efficient? Right? It is by dividing the 6,000 by what? By 5. So that means each person should have 1,200. Did you see that? If each person has 1,200, it will be easy for everyone to what? To get 6,000. Now, look at the young man that is in black bold. He's thinking that, what is the problem? The organization has a goal for 6,000. There are 5 leaders in the organization, in the sector, but only 3 are living up to standard. Only 3 are acting as the leader the sector needs. What is the problem with the other 2? What could have been the problem? I want to see the chat box. Why do you think in that sector only 3 Remember, from our first picture, it is no more one that is hitting the target. Only 3 are hitting the target. Go back to my first picture if you remember, where I showed the ladder. Only 1 is hitting the target. Only 1 is the leader the sector needs. What could be the problem? What is stopping others from becoming the leader the sector needs? That is just the meaning. So I want to see, in a sector, in an organization, what could stop others from working at the highest level of performance? And that is where we are aiming in this training. When by the time we are done, you are charged, you are supercharged as a leader of either Fishery Hub, as a leader in your sector, either in your academics, either in your professional space, in your career. That whenever you are working, you apply this strategy to what? Achieve excellence. So what could have been the problem for this sector, for this organization? Let's say there's an organization level. What could have gone wrong? I want to get ideas. What could have gone wrong? Don't blame the people yet. And if you can even blame people, what could have gone wrong from the sector, from the organization, and from the people who are not yet attaining that height of leadership? Remember, they are all leaders, but their impact is saying no. Only 4 are the leaders the sector needs. Let's go up the remaining 4 or the remaining 2. What could have been the problem? Yes, anyone that wants to share in the chat box? What could have been the problem?
Okay.
Yes.
Can I go on, sir?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
You can go on. Thank you.
Just like from my own end, for the organization, if possible, the organization is not providing adequate resources for all of them to perform, to perform optimally. Then it could also be that the fault is also from them. The resources might be available, but they are not utilizing it accordingly to maximize their own capacity in order to fulfill what they are expecting of. And
Thank you.
another end, it also will be their capacity quite different.
Thank you. That's a good point. So Oke has given us about 3 to 4 points. If you look at this, the first problem here is some are not maximizing their full potential. And what could have been? The first thing is maybe they did not understand the goal. Is it that the goal, the mission of the sector or the organization is not well spelled to them? You know that there are people like that they are just doing things. They do not understand the goal. They believe that they are doing the right thing. They are actually working. But the organization has a particular goal that has been set. So the first thing as a leader is doing your due diligence to understand what are the gaps, what are the goals, what are the targets. Eunice, can you please, Enela, can you please present the first picture I said? Can you project the first picture? The one with the ladder. Are you able to project the first picture?
No, I think we start with the
Okay. Yes, I can see it. Yeah. Now, if you look at this, among all these leaders who are ladders, only one person understands the target. Only one person understands the goal. That's the first thing. Most people who are in a sector holding leadership position, you need to understand what is expected of me? What target do I need to hit? So go back to the second picture. Go back to the second picture. So that if the expected goal is 1,200, you are not hitting 800 and you are happy, thinking, oh, you are delivering. And look at the quote up. The quote up says, leadership is not who you are. It is what? The evidence. Look at that evidence. Just pick up that evidence for me. That evidence is just, it is about what you do, what you cause others to do, what actions you inspire. So the first approach to being a leader your sector needs is understanding the why, the goal. Why are you doing what you're doing in the first place? What expectations are of you? If you don't understand the expectations, you will just deliver 800, not knowing that you need to deliver 1,200. And if you relate this to the international sector, either as an engineer or a scientist, you would not achieve your full potential. You will just, solve problems anyhow, without structure, without relevance. You don't even know how to align what you are doing with the global goals. You don't even know how to align what you are doing with Nigeria's policy. You don't even know how to align what you are doing with African Union goals and agenda. Just let's do this thing, let's do this, let's do this, let's do that. And when you are done, you are unable to trace the impact. Why? Because you have not spent time to understand. So if you look at organizations, this is a key problem on why some are active, some are not active. Those who are not active, they are having this problem of comprehension. What is the goal of the organization? Because they just keep working. There's this particular word in Yoruba. I'm sorry, I'm a Yoruba person, I will interpret. They say, be Jackie. They just keep working. Like, you just keep working. They are happy they are working, but they are not meeting the target. They are not meeting the target. So I'd like to know if others are following me from the chat box, from YouTube. Are you all following me on the analysis we have been doing so far? I'm waiting for responses. I can't see comments here. Okay, I can see Eunice. Eunice says she's following. Taiwo is following. So that's the first approach. Every sector, every leader, you need to understand what is expected of you in your sector. What gap exists that you should fill? Now, it is no more, I'm taking it beyond organization. Remember I said for the organization, you already have your rules spelled out. But as a leader in your space, who is trying to get clarity on what to do next, you also need to go through that comprehension phase. What gap actually exists in fisheries management, in oceanography, in environmental science? What problem can I discover? Then that would help me set targets, appropriate targets. So you are not just doing projects for doing sake to chase clouds. You are doing projects, implementing solutions to solve problems. To solve problems. You see, that is very key. To solve problems. And when you're working in an organization, back to the organization sector now, you are able to read more on when you know what is the goal of this organization. How do I play my role to fit in? What are my deliverables? Then you are able to meet the target. as a leader. And remember, only the leader who meets the target is fit to lead the sector. Becoming the leader the sector needs. Now we have analyzed how can you become that leader. I need to present the next picture. Eniola and Pelumi, can you present the third picture that I have here? Let's now go to the third part of the training where we are going to round up. Here, I can now give you actionable steps. Actionable steps. What do you need to do to become the leader the sector needs? Please hold on. I'm unable to present. Eniola, are you there? Or Pelumi?
Yeah, I'm here.
Please, can you present the third picture, the one with the ants coming together? You can maybe stop this and present.
Once I see it, does not come up.
Can you see that again, Eniola? Can you see that again?
No.
Okay, I'm coming. Let me remove it and present again.
Is it possible you remove maybe one from the previous?
Yes, I'm going to remove
But
it.
regardless, it should come up.
I'm
So
going
I'm
to.
not seeing it yet.
Don't worry, I'll share it now again. All right, can you see it now? Can you see it now? Yes. Like I said, the one way to becoming the leader the sector needs is by being effective, not just efficient. It's by being what? Effective. You should be whatever you do as a leader must have an effect, a positive effect. And you see, I will go back to the email that was sent to me. For you to be able to, for you to drive excellence, to lead by example with integrity and drive impact, all of these components here, we will talk through them. All of these components here are your lifeguard. All of these components are your lifeguard. And I'll start with number one, skills. Tell me, when you want to lead by example, and even you as a leader, you are performing below par, you are performing below expectations, how do you lead others? That's the first question. Remember the first picture, the second picture we showed. Who among those people is fit to be a leader? Yes, thank you. Who among these people is fit to be a leader? Yes, I want people that are joining us on YouTube to respond. Among all of these people here, who are among them is fit to be a leader? Is it the one with 800? Who among them is fit to be a leader? I want to get a response from those following us online. I know it might be slow to when they will get it. Yes, Eniola, do you want to help us out there? Since let's just maybe whenever they see it.
All right. I think the one 1,600.
Exactly. Why? Because it has the desired impact. Now go back to the main picture, the next picture we are working with. You need to have the right skills if you want to lead by example. I made sure that when I was preparing for the session and while I was majorly thinking about the session, the form is, how do I spur people to action? See, if you don't have the right skills as a leader in the sector, in your sector, you might not be considered a leader. If you do not have the right skills, critical thinking, communication, leadership, public speaking. Now, it is not that you will become so good at once. No. But when people see you and they begin to trace your development, they can say, yes, we have seen significant improvement. You cannot be a leader the sector needs if you do not have the appropriate skills. Next, competence. You need to be competent. And a simple word that explains competence is reliable. Let me go back to that. A simple word that explains competence is reliable. In sense whereby I need someone to deliver, and I know this person. Once I have this person on board, it's a done deal. Why? Because of the person's competence. You need to be so competent at what you do that when they think of any sector, your name comes to mind. There are so many times on my WhatsApp that when people see anything that relates to ocean, to fisheries, they think about me. They just, oh, I saw this link, they send it to me. I saw this link, they send it to me. I want to do this thing, they send it to me. You have to develop your competence level to a point where when they think of your sector, data analysis, communications, and they need somebody on board, your name comes to mind. Competence. You need competence to become the leader the sector needs. Remember, it's not about being efficient, it's about being effective. All of the leaders in the two images I had showed you in form of ladder and people, they were efficient, they were working, but they were not effective. It is only the effective leaders that become the leaders the sector needs. You need to learn. See, you can't take away learning from growth, from leadership. You need to learn. You see, learning comes in different stages of life. We do say because you had gone to nursery school, you don't go to primary school. Because some would tell me, some would ask, when do I stop learning? You don't stop learning. Like this popular quote, since nursery school, I never rest. As a leader, learning is so constant. And that is why from nursery, after you receive your certificates from nursery school, you go to primary. After your primary 6, you receive your certificate, you go to junior secondary school. What does that mean? It means that learning is in process. At some point, you will outgrow what you have learned and need to improve it. That is, you just need to keep learning. And that learning is what transforms to knowledge. And remember, what makes an effective leader is applying what you have learned creatively in an innovative way or format. Then also your ability to translate information, objective to action. See, this is another problem some organizations face. Everybody have seen the goal on paper. How do we now translate this to action? We want to hit 2 million sales targets. Yes, it is clear. It is clear. The target is $2 million. How do we now translate this into steps? Okay, let's set this target. Let's do 500,000 per month. If you do 500,000 per month, we hit 2 million in 4 months. As simple as that is, some do not have that thought process. It also applies to achieving objective goals. Now, let me give you an example. There was a particular time Aqua World did a project with National Geographic Society, And the goal for the project was to reach 7,000 youths and students. 7,000 youths and students. Not in Nigeria, not in a state, in a local government. Now, it is clear, right? The objective is so clear. So now, what we did was, okay, we'll do it across 13 communities. Across 13 communities. And we would visit their government community schools. Some community schools have as high as 700 students, 500 students. So we broke our target down. Per community, let's get 500, 600. We went to 2 schools. I tell you, we are supposed to have 3 field works. As at our second field work, we already crossed the 7,000 mark. We already crossed the 7,000. What happened? Our ability to translate information into what? Into action. That is one thing that, you see, that is why leaders are very important in every sector. Those who call the shots, need to be critical thinkers. You cannot be confused. So many people can see the bigger picture, but only a few people can paint that picture. I'll repeat again. So many people can see the bigger picture, but only a few can paint that picture. Like, oh, this should be here. But we can imagine it in our mind. At this point, everybody can imagine paradise. I tell you, you can all imagine paradise right now. Or imagine a duplex that has this. But how many people can actually bring that to life? So the ability to translate ideas, thought process. Oh, we want to help this community achieve XYZ. We want to train people in XYZ. How do you do that? By developing your ability to translate ideas into actions that drive impact, set you apart as a leader. Then growth, training. You need to have rich experience. Yes, experience can be very rich even if you are new into the sector. Your experience is a combination of everything I've said. Your skills, your competence, your learning, your knowledge, your ability, evidence, track record of what you have done. Work with these components and you'll become the leader that your sector needs. Thank you very much, and come to the end of the session. I'd like to take questions, contributions, and addition. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Paul Ayomide. Thank you very much. This section has really, really so much blessed me, and I believe I'm speaking for others as well. It's an eye opening for me. Thank you very much. We really, we are really happy to have you on board. Please, is there, in case there is any question? Me, I have a question, sir. So
All
my
right, you can
question
go ahead.
goes thus: in a situation whereby you happen to meet yourself in an environment, sometimes when we are talking about leadership, being acting into responsibility, in a situation whereby, okay, maybe you were given responsibility, or how will I put it? You are in an organization, and these people just put a tax on you, and they know that this tax you'll be needing some few things. You'll be needing some things that, okay, maybe you need this, you need that, but I don't know if they will, maybe I'll say if they intentionally just decide to neglect you, that just do your thing, and they know that those materials or those things are necessary, they'll just leave. At the end of it, though, maybe if you are not productive the way they want you to be productive with the materials, and now you don't have any materials, they'll start trying to do like push a blame on you that why didn't you do this? You need to think outside of the box. And indeed, you think outside of the box, but it will have been much more productive if you have much more resources. In those kind of situations, what do you do? You've decided to step up your game and also be a leader in that kind of situation, but it seems as if your efforts is not enough, it's not reaching the targets, and it's because you were short of resources. But the leaders of the organization are thinking that this is what you are supposed to achieve, this is the target we want you to achieve, and you are not doing that. Because of that, maybe there will be a sanction to you. So what can we do in those kind of situation?
All right. Thank you for that question. And I'm going to, it's a very interesting question, and I would answer in more than one format. So I'll start with the first format. First, what kind of organization is it? Is it an organization that has the capacity to provide you with all of those resources? That's the first. So are you saying that the organization ordinarily is sufficient enough to provide you with those tools, or they are also starting and need people who can manage limited resources?
They have the
They have
resources.
the
This
resources.
thing that I'm saying, it happens
This
to
thing
me
I'm
during
saying, it
my
happens to me during my
NYSC period.
NYSC.
We were given some
We're
things to
given
do,
some things to do,
some seedlings to plant,
seedlings to
about
plant,
more than
about
2,000.
more than
We
2,000.
we need a lot of
We need a lot
chemicals,
of
fertilizer.
chemicals, fertilizer.
Still, those
Till
plants got
those plants
to
got
harvest
to
stage.
harvest
Nothing
stage.
is done.
Nothing
All the
is
things
done.
we need.
All the things
So
we
we
need.
just have to
We just
okay,
have to
what do we have on
okay,
ground?
what do we have on?
We were able to do what
Okay, so
use what we
let
have
me
on
just
ground.
come
Use
in.
what we have on.
Let me just come in. And that is why we're having this section. Because being a leader the sector needs, you might need to challenge some status quo. For example, this is the way we approach things. Now, whenever I want to do a project, the first thing we develop first, we do a strategic ideation. What are the things we need? A proposal across every role. The M&E officer, what is this person going to need? The project manager, what is this person going to need? Especially when we have the sufficiency to provide those tools. Or we can start looking at how we can manage. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because as a leader, the moment you got the briefing or the concept note, or it could be as form as a meeting to brief you all on the project, you need to, before you accept the responsibility, these are the resources that are needed if we want to achieve X, Y, Z results. If we do not have this and this and this would happen. Unlike when they gave you all the resources, you receive them, and you know that you need extra resources, but you never spoke out. At that point, there could be a misinterpretation that, oh, this person is creative. They will be able to use 1,000 naira to produce 1 million naira, like Dr. Stephen Akintayo, who started his organization with 1,000 naira and now is worth millions of dollars. So the first thing I would recommend you do in such situation, the moment you are briefed on your role, do a proper analysis and document it. See, don't say they won't read it. Document it. Oh, from what and what and what we want to achieve, these are the list of resources that would help me achieve the goals that I need to achieve, or the goals the organization has given unto me. So that from the onset, there is no compromise and there is clarity. Then you state it out. If we do not have all of these resources, we would only be able to achieve this. This is what's going to happen. Remember that we are saying we are not just doing things because we are doing them. We are doing them because of the impact we want to achieve. So I think that's a good approach to address such issue. I don't know if I've answered your question.
All right, thank
All right.
you. Yes, you are.
Yes,
Thank
you
you
are.
very much. So my fellow courting member, please, in case you have any question, please drop it in the chat box so we can round up.
All right. As we'll be expecting that, let me just to save our time. Maybe I should just call me. So if anybody has one or two questions, they can drop it at the chat box. I even expect that anybody having questions will have done that already. So let me just appreciate our facilitator. Just like the moderator said, this is indeed an eye opener, and I've been able to lay my hands on many things. I've learned many things, that will definitely help me in my own personal life and also in this initiative, how to be a better leader. So, and I want to appreciate you for your time, sir. In fact, as this session was going on, I'm beginning to see that this this webinar today is going to be should I say, how should I put it now? A must watch for anybody coming in to be part of the core member for Fish Lead Hub as time goes on. I've been having people coming into my DM and also maybe on LinkedIn and WhatsApp to show their interest, and because it's indeed well explanatory and impactful. So I want to appreciate you, sir. In fact, for that dimension you came in, from my end, I was expecting, maybe slide to the next slide, but it's a different approach and powerful and impactful. So thank you so much, sir. I think we have somebody with a question.
Okay.
Madam Milena, maybe you can read that.
This is a very,
Our
very
facilitator.
nice question. The question says, from the third picture, in a situation where you want to help but don't have the necessary skills required, like are willing to help a project. Now, you see, in a particular situation where you do not have the required skill, let your commitment do the speaking. I'm going to rephrase that. There is no sin, right, for not having a required skill. But are you able to demonstrate your commitment? I know, yes, I do not have XYZ amount of skill, but if given the opportunity, I'll do this and this and this to supplement. And within this XYZ, this and that, because one thing is when you are onboarded, you'll be given so many tasks to test your commitment. If you do not have it, then so the best way to get in is to demonstrate your commitment. That's the best way. That, if you allow me, this is what I'm going to do to get this skill and match up within a short period of time. Serious learning. So that's question I have, the answer I have.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for the contribution and for that answer. I believe is satisfied. The question has been answered, and I believe every one of us as core team members, we've learned so much, this evening, what to take in and for ourselves, for our career, and also for this initiative that is the Fish Lead Hub. So I believe we have learned so much to this evening, and our leadership, including me, in different units where we are, is going to take a new dimension. It's going to take a new shape that will drive this initiative to fulfill its vision and mission. And also, most importantly, for ourselves, how that we need to also lay good examples, being for us to show good examples, integrity, and be impactful. The people we are leading in the fisheries and aquaculture sector, they must see what we are also doing. They must also see what we have to offer. How we also need to, the what we need to be effectively that is still on the screen. We need to develop our skills. We need to be competent, gather so much experience, training, growth, ability, knowledge, and learning. All of these are what we need for ourselves and also for the initiative. So thank you so much. I think there is no other question. No question is coming in. So once again, I will like to appreciate our facilitator. Thank you so much, sir, for your time and for what you have, poured out to us this evening. And also to my team members, I want to appreciate you for taking your time to be part of this webinar. I believe we have learned a lot. So thank you so much, everyone. And Madam Miniola, do you have anything to say as we round up?
Nothing at all, than to just encourage us to be better, do better, and be willing to learn, relearn, and unlearn at every areas of our life. Learning is progress. Anyone that is not learning will be stagnant forever. So as long as he wants to be living as a human being to make impact, you must learn to learn. You must learn to learn. So thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Paul. To the team lead, thank you. To the team lead, Mr. Okekpelumi, thank you.
Okay, Pelumi,
And
thank you.
also
Thank you
to
so much
And
for having me.
also,
the thank you very much
thank
Yeah,
for
you.
thank you,
coming.
sir.
So see you
Thank you,
in
sir.
that section.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Bye. Have a blessed weekend, everyone.
And you too.